Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in, and in this video we're going to talk about something that is very important, especially if you're living in the US or you're planning to come to the US, which also applies to the Canada, but we're gonna specifically direct this video toward the US and people who are planning to come to the US, which is also related to some of the cultures of the Western society, especially in the US and Canada, which we're talking about nothing but cars. However, we already have a video about cars, so if you haven't checked that video about what to buy and what not to buy when it comes to the brand new car versus a used car, please check out our channel and subscribe, like this video and the channel overall. But another thing that is very important to the cars, it's when you get involved into an accident, because guess what? All the distances are very far in the US, and the chances that you or anyone who's planning to come to the US is that they need to use the car 24/7, or in majority of the occasions, if they're commuting to the work, if they're commuting to meet their family members, or simply just sometimes going to a park requires you to just get into your car and drive to that park. So by you using the car a lot more, the chances of you getting pulled over, the chances of you getting that stopped for whatever reason by the cops, as well as getting to accidents increases, right? Because you're using it more, you're more on the road. And so although this video is not about what to do or what not to do when you're getting pulled over, but this is about the second most important factor, which is what if you get into an accident or accidents. It's really important when you are getting involved into an accident, based on the laws and regulations of the US, what you should say, shouldn't say, or should you do or not to do, basically when you're involved, in order to put yourself at advantage, or at least by having this education, not be at a disadvantage. All right, because we, again, as an immigrant coming here, not having all those information, my brother and I have experienced this basically firsthand, and it had been a huge headache, especially nowadays when people are lying, when people do anything and everything in order to basically not take responsibility for what they have done wrong. So I thought I will put this video together in order to educate you guys. And again, the main purpose of this video is for education. It's not for me to give you guys a legal advice or any other sorts of advice, because I'm not an expert. I'm just talking from the experiences that have happened to us. All right, and hopefully this will prevent you guys to go through the same mistakes that we have made, or these headaches that we have experienced. So without further ado, let's get into them. One, when you get involved to an accident, one of the first things that you want to do is to kind of analyze the mood. All right, the mood of the other party or parties, if there are more than one party involved, and kind of see their language, the way they act, if they're nice, if they're not nice. And you don't want to be the one who's raging or kind of going all the way out, because in majority of cases, especially even if they are at fault, they're gonna play it very nicely. Now I'm gonna say why it's important, although it can still play against you, but it's still a good idea to go with this, because this whole process is very much a formulated process, so you cannot do much or achieve much by kind of raging and the whole thing, because the whole process is going to be decided through your insurance versus their insurance processes that they have. So you being mad and everything else, of course you have the right to be mad, but it's not going to resolve anything. But you want to be cautious about how they're acting, what they're saying, what they're not saying. However, that doesn't mean that they are a good people, that they are an honest people, that they're going to tell the same exact thing that they're telling you, or act the same exact way that they're acting towards you right when you get out of the car, when it comes to them telling what happened to their insurance or your insurance. All right, which nowadays everybody knows that you have to avoid talking to the other party's insurance. So we're just talking about, or assuming, them contemplating on telling the story to their insurance. They're going to change the language, they're going to change the feeling and everything on the story in order to most likely, let's put that in the parentheses first, to get away with the whole situation. But it's very important for you to analyze the whole mood, analyze the whole situation, get out your camera, take pictures of the incident, take a video, take a picture of the signs, like what does the sign says, where is the car exactly when it hits you, and all of that. So analyze the mood, take pictures, take video, although none of these really are gonna play a part, but it's still important to do it. Now we're going to the third factor, which is exchanging information. You immediately want to kind of take that step, which is very much necessary. You want to go for their driver license, you want to go for their insurance, and also provide yours to them. Now, this is very important because it comes on hitting on the fourth factor that I'm going to talk about, which is having a police report. So what happens is that basically the whole scenario is your word versus their words. All right, so you, after the whole accident, you're going to make a claim, you're going to talk to your insurance and say, hey, this is what happened and I've been hit and they're at fault. And they can say the exact opposite story and put you at fault. And now the insurance agents are the one who have to go through the evidence and basically make a decision if they are going to pay out or not, or they approve the story or not, or they approve their story, the people who they have the contract with, more than what you or the other party is telling them. So it's really word-based. That's why I was saying when I was mentioning the first factor is that the people in majority of cases that we have experienced, they come out of the car, especially in the beginning, super nice. Right? Oh yeah, don't worry about it. Nothing happened. Oh, it's just a scratch. No, I'm not going to make a claim. Yeah, thank you very much. I hope you do it better. You have a better day. I hope better things come your way and stuff. But then you will see that the claim comes in and hits you in the face. Or like they have made a lot of different things that never happened. Or they all of a sudden claim for a personal injury, which you saw them 2 minutes ago, or you saw them right when the accident took place, coming out of the car perfectly fine, smiling, and all of those factors. So you see, it's really their words versus your word, and the insurance agents and the complaint department is one or who is going to make a decision. So the mood doesn't matter, but it still gives you some sort of perspective of how to approach it. But what really matters is that you want to have a third party involved. Now, it can be the police and asking them for a police report, or it can be a bystander, somebody who witnessed the whole situation. Either they were a pedestrian walking or they were in the car. So we are getting to our fourth point, which is again having somebody to be the witness, especially if you can, having that police report by calling the police, asking them to come out and take down that police report. Now, why did I jump from the third factor to the fourth factor so easily and said that, hey, these two are correlated? Because in majority of cases, especially after 2020 and 2021, with the whole defunding the police and everything else that has been going on towards the American police, a lot of people are discouraged to become police officers, so therefore we have a shortage of officers. Therefore, less and less officers are sent out for these matters, for like taking down the reports. So you need, if you have more things in your hand, and basically you need them, you can apply these factors in order to get them out. What do I mean by these factors? I mean, if the other party is not cooperating in order to provide their information, you can put that as one of those things when you pull up the phone and when you pick up the phone and try to call them and be like, hey, the other party hit me and they're not providing me with any information. And I also want you to come out to take down the report. You know, it will be one of those reasons to get them out. Now, one of the things that you will hear, especially from the agents, your insurance agent, is that the word of the police is not above anybody else. However, what we've noticed and what we found out is that this is not true. again, that having the third party involved, having their word, either if they're a bystander, either if they're another driver, is very important. So if you can get them involved by asking them, hey, you witnessed the whole story, can you give me your phone number so I can reach out to you for a statement, or my insurance can reach out to you. But also getting the police involved is very important, because now the police will come out and get a statement from each side, and that can be also part of the game. Now, police also has, in terms of authority, a little bit more than an average person, so their words kind of valued a little bit more, so that police report can really be credential, and you or them not showing their credential can help you to get the police out and basically have that document, which potentially can help or go for you. Now, when you come to these police reports, you kind of want to be very cautious, because you can't just be like, oh yeah, the accident just happened, it was a horrible thing, I'm shocked, I can't give in a statement, and all of those things. So you push the police to go and rely on the other side for the statement. And of course, if they're shady people, they're gonna put it on you. And again, this is a police report, so the police will be like, I think they're at fault. And this exactly happened to my brother, because he got into a car accident and then he was just shocked, because it's just a 20-year-old who got into an accident in a highway in a high speed for the first time in his life. So he was just at the moment shocked that he's alive and couldn't give a statement at the moment. He was like, I just can't remember. And every other party put it on him, and guess what? The police report said it. So the insurance just went for it. All right, so be very cautious when it comes to the police report. I understand that you might be shocked. I understand that you might not be in the position to give the best statement, but still put something out, something that will defend your side. And don't just give this opportunity away, because again, these are very much important. Now, just like we talked about bringing a third party involved, like a bystander or another driver or the police, because of the whole process is their word against your word, it's very important to have as much evidence as you can. Now, unfortunately, although there are a bunch of cameras in the United States, but these are all traffic cameras, so the insurance agents don't have an access to it, and unless the case is not that important or significant, they won't request an access from other departments in order to get access to them. All right, so what is your best option? Having a dash cam. Please, please, please go get those dash cams, one from the front of the camera, front of your car, and one from the behind, and get them professionally installed so all the wiring is tucked and nice, because it's gonna save you in those times that somebody hits you from the back and just run away, because it can get the whole incident, so you're not just claiming something, and it potentially can get the license plate as well, or when something happens in the front, because again, the other party can change the story completely and put you at a disadvantage. So please, please, please get a dash cam. And really, that's pretty much it. That it is as easy as it sounds. However, a lot of people do not take these necessary cautions or actions and play it very honestly, play it very simply, and often get taken advantage of. So hopefully this video have educated you about the whole situation, and you, my friend, are not going to be at a disadvantage next time that something as horrible as an accident happens. Now, a bonus point for all those people who have stayed towards the end of this video. Be very cautious about the documents that the other party is showing you, because often you can take advantage of those in order to put the other party at a disadvantage or kind of get an edge from them. All right, and it's look at the driver license. The driver license can tell you a lot of things. A lot of people mistake of going for the record and how much they have been driving. You know, those factors can play a part, but it's really when you have a lawyer, you know, and the chances that if you're watching this video, you're just an average guy who cannot afford a lawyer, you know, you can't bring the whole driving history of them having a DUI and etc. etc. But what you can see is that if that driver is super young, he's around 18 or 19, just got his driver license, right? But now then they have their girlfriend who's below 18 sitting right next to them. Or they're providing you with a fake ID. Fake ID is just providing you with false documentation, and that immediately can put them at a disadvantage. So be very cautious about the documents that they're providing you guys with. Hopefully this video has been helpful to you, and hope to see you guys on the next videos. Thank you.